this is the Sphere 13, and I'm changing the setup a little bit more. As you can see, Red Shire, and I'm in my VK4502A. And I don't know what it is, but recently I've been having my first game be really, really good. Now, there are two things about this replay. One, I did pretty well in this game, and I'm very, very surprised as to how I did it. And thankfully, you know, audio decides to kick in there. But also there's something else I'd like to show you. Now, as many of you know, there's something very, very hard to do when it comes to free camming like this. However, I found a replay mod, and I haven't tested it in games, and I don't plan to, just on the off chance that it for some odd reason works, which I doubt it will, but I have figured out a way to get an actual free cam mod. Now, hopefully I can get some good replays of myself and whatnot, but other than that, I'm gonna go kind of into what I was thinking right about here. Now, Red Shire has been changed a lot since I used to be able to get on it frequently. So, just going back into... Nope. Is it free cam? Nope, that's not free cam. Can I... Nope, that's just shift. So... Yes, I'm still quite new at it, but... Yep. That's one of the reasons why I'm still very new to it. But that whole area right over there, where that whole cast area and whatnot, I'm not ever been over there really, so I'd rather not, you know, waste a game trying to figure out how to play over there. So instead, I decided to go around this way and up and about. So, I guess back to the whole tank thing, now that I'm getting closer and closer to the action, I've noticed that a majority of the enemy team is down the 1-2 line, as is most of our team. And considering that it's only been a light tank, a Tiger 2, and this Tiger pattern, Ripper pattern, however you want to say it, I was really, really confident as to coming over here and basically, pardon me for the pun, but tanking. Probably shouldn't have fired that shot, but it got the Tiger 2 to drop his head behind cover to where he's not firing at that Ripper pattern on my team, and he's a bit more preoccupied with me and whatever teammates are shooting at him. And now that I'm getting closer, he's probably quite focused on me, and the Panzermutz on our team takes him out. So I really haven't had the need to stop. I don't know what these two mediums were thinking, but obviously they weren't thinking correctly. This guy, I mean, just backs out in front of my gun. Has no care in the word, just backs out in front of my gun. The next target, I'm looking at the M103. Okay, T21. He's not as hull down as he thinks he is. So I know he's still going to be there. Move up a little bit to try and get his attention away from my allies. Not to mention, I'm still trying to get a shot at that M103. And this guy needs to die. Well, that kind of solves that problem. And I don't know what these T-54 Mod 1s were thinking. But you don't just move a little bit, especially when you're a tier 8 medium in a tier 9 game. You're worth a lot more to the team alive. Failed, and, well, I failed to pen that shot, because he got killed before it. And what is he doing? Oh, you know, just allies on this side of the hill are being killed. Let me just sit here, I'll be different. Yeah, I don't think that worked out too well for him, but who knows? It might work some other time. So, we're down 4 tanks. But we control majority of the map. Now, our cap is wide open, but at any given point in time, we can just take theirs. And, hey, there's that one up, M103. T-54? Or T-54. I'm not even going to pronounce the rest of that. I want to say lightweight, but T-54 gets the kill on that, and now we're 3 tanks ahead of them. This is how quickly a game of World of Tanks will change. Now, they've got our cap, but at any point in time, our LTTB can easily rush through the cap. Our MUTs could go in, get a sniping position, T-54 goes spots, resets cap, and we've got the game. So, and I'm thinking, with that in mind, this shall be an interesting game. Because we haven't spotted them for a while. I doubt that IS-3 is going to move, but there are 2 of their faster vehicles, and there's the WTF Panzer IV, and he's kind of isolated. The more and more I look at it, he is very, very isolated, so I'm thinking, okay, I can go in. There's that IS-3. Sixth Sense has not gone off yet. And I want to say it's right about now, unless I've been spotted this entire time, which I doubt. But I've got high explosive ready to be loaded, because this thing does not have a lot of armor. Now I almost overshoot him, but I put 1 shot into the side of him, load high explosive, and here comes the E25. Yeah, nice ram there. I appreciate that extra bit of damage. Start loading AP again, and the IS-3 puts one right into the side of my turret. And at this angle, there's nothing they can do. So there's 3 of them left, make that 2 of them. The Ripper pattern and the IS-3. We know where the Ripper pattern is. This IS-3 is going nowhere, however. So I'm trying to make sure I don't knock down anything. And again, I haven't been on this side of the map, so I'm looking, and I'm going, okay, should I take the risk of going sideways onto him? No. I'll go down this, and come up the other side. And apparently it's too steep. Well, we all live and learn. But that IS-3 is backing off anyway. I probably would not be able to catch him. And now I am in the perfect position to sneak up on him. E50 takes out the Ripper pattern, and I'm calling it an early GG. There's nothing that IS-3 can do. Not with that kind of health coming at him. And he backs out in front of me. Going like, okay, free damage, I guess this works. Nice hit. And I was about to go around this Ripper pattern, then I remembered, oh yeah, I can just shoot at him. Now, that was quite an interesting little game. First off, at the very beginning of the game, I was feeling quite slow over on that end of the map. So I was just trying to do my best to come around that hill over in that area, and noticing that most of the enemy team was over right in here. Oh, let me just turn that smooth camera thing off because I don't need it. I just kept going, knowing that I had allied support. Got over to this area, found those two T-54 Mod 1s, basically with their pants down. There was really nothing they could explain. Put a few good shots into that T-29 and ammo racked him. That SU-12244, basically deciding he was different than everyone else around him and could survive that kind of punishment. And just slowly tore the team apart. Got into some close quarter combat with this WT Panzer IV, which is the tank destroyer with the Panzer IV chassis, and some free damage that the E50 gives me. Not realizing that I couldn't get up that side of the ditch, and deciding not to go around that way, realizing that he was going to come around this way to try and escape, get some cheeky little damage in as he tries to back his way out of it, and with that, the game ends. And of course, with results like that, a result screen like this wouldn't be all that bad at all. So, first class, spotter, which I thought was quite amusing to get, considering that as a heavy tank, well, particularly this heavy tank and the Lova, are the two tanks that, well, that and the VK4502A are the two tanks that I get spotter on the most, not the light tanks. When it comes to, and then it's Bruiser, Demolition Expert for that sweet, sweet, unneeded ammo rack, Fire for effect for the damage that I had done, and Confederate for doing 6 ammo damage, well, damage to 6 players. When it came to the team score, yeah, I didn't come on top with medals. Well, actually, I think I may have tied, but XP, quite a lot, and for 3,561 damage. Quite happy with that result. I think the only person on the enemy team, well, on anyone on the team that had beaten me was the Waffenträger. And just look at the 3 people right down here that didn't get a single point of damage. Alt Tiger 2, which I think we had, if I remember correctly, that we had lost at the very beginning of the game, is the only person who didn't do a single point of damage. So, I feel very sorry to you, Purple Maniac. Your team could have done a lot better. And then, of course, the detailed report. 15 shots fired, 12 of them hit, and all that hit penned. That is a dream right there. Resulting in that whopping damage number. And with 1,000 or so of it done from 3,000 meters, I felt quite happy. And of course, damage blocked by armor, gonna be a lot. And I received about 50,000-ish, almost. So close to that number. And with all the repairs, this is why it's such a hard tank to play. With all the repairs, out of that 46,000, I only got about 24. If I'd gotten about 25, I would have gotten 1,000. And of course, that's without running a premium account. I would have been so happy to have gotten just about that number. Well, actually, more than that number if I'd been running a premium account. But I'm cheap. And of course, that 1,187 XP plus almost 60 free XP, and it was my first win of the day, leaving me with 3,561 XP. Again, if I had premium account, that would have been 534. Just normal XP for this tank, and then 3,000 free XP. And then everyone wonders why having a premium account is so nice. Now, I have sent this replay into Jingles, and someone's downloaded it. So if the mighty Jingles says a shout out to me, you know why. But anyway, this has been the Desphere 13. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and share. It really does help out the channel. If you yourself have an epic replay, just upload it to whatreplays.com, and when that's all done, click this replay link, paste that into the email, and send it to the email in the description down below, the Desphere 13. Hopefully I'll put it right over this big huge victory thing. And if you want to check out more of my stuff, it won't be set up like this because I finally decided to do stuff like this. Check out my channel, see some of my other content. So yeah, this has been the Desphere 13, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Signing off. Bye.